Get some feedback. Get that criticism. Hopefully it's constructive. But again, remember, what people say to you, you can control how it affects you. Take what you want, forget the rest. One of the things you do in English is peer review, right? In peer-reviewed papers, you write something and you send it out there, and then other colleagues or students or whatever your peers are, they will review it, criticize it. Hopefully that's constructive criticism, but they will tell you what's wrong basically with your paper. And then you take that back and you rewrite it, and boom. Hopefully now you're good to go, right? But you've taken that constructive criticism and you've created it. You've created something better. So use that criticism, use that judgment, overcome that failure, use that failure. Okay. Didn't work this time. I know not to do it that way. Let's do it another way. And obviously the greatest analogy to this is sports, right? You look at Michael Jordan, all the game-winning shots he's made, or Kobe Bryant, all the game-winning shots he's made. It's always, winners want the ball, right? There was a story about Casey Jones and the Boston Celtics. He was a coach. They're playing a game, and the other team was keen on Larry Bird that was having a big game. The other team was winning down to the final shot, and Casey Jones draws up this play, and Larry Bird's going to be the decoy, and then Larry Bird looks at the coach and says, I'll make the shot. And then Casey Jones is like, okay, he'll make the shot. And they gave him the ball, and he made the shot. But again, how many times did Larry Bird get the ball and not make the shot? Because we remember the successes a lot more than we do the failures, but it's the failures that get us to the success. I think I mentioned this last time. There's a poster somewhere I read where I think it's like a soccer player, maybe Messier or someone like that. And it says, it took me 17 years, 8 months, 10 days, and 12 hours to become an overnight sensation. Got to put in the work. Imagine the criticism, the judgment, the failure someone like that goes through to become an overnight sensation. But the great players keep shooting. The great players want the ball. So failure is not evidence that you should stop. It's evidence that you are trying. Fear can be powerful, but don't let it stop you. Because the opposite of fear of failure is comfort. Comfort becomes dangerous because it feels safe. How many of us want to be comfortable? Nobody wants to get outside our comfort zone. In fact, I've talked about it before. Get outside your comfort zone, because when you're outside your comfort zone, you can learn things about yourself. So it's the comfort trap. We're stuck in this zone of being comfortable, whether it's the friends we have, the job we have. Maybe we just tolerate that job because we're used to it. Well, maybe we don't really love the job. Maybe there's a better job out there, but we're comfortable. We do routines that are predictable. We avoid risks. And so life becomes this cage. And this cage is now security. And you feel safe. You've seen those videos. Maybe a dog. Maybe it's been abused. It's in a cage, and now it's been rescued. And open the cage door, and they just wait for the dog to come out, and the dog won't come out. Because the cage is comfortable. Because the cage is safe. As long as the dog is in the cage, nothing bad is going to happen because of past experiences.